So hello everyone and welcome back once again to the next session of design of RCC and steel structural elements. So I was discussing about design of gantry girder, and in the last session we have finished with the different load considered or load consideration, that is the load transferred by self head of the crane, then the crane capacity, then self head of the trolley. Okay, again in that the vertical load acting over the gantry girder and lateral load acting over the gantry girder. So we have finished with these load considerations. Okay, and in today's session I am going to discuss about the bending moment calculations. These are again very important, okay, for the further design part. So we are going to discuss about the bending moment calculation and shear force calculation in the gantry girder. Okay, so now let us start with bending moment calculation. So therefore we have here the maximum bending moment. Okay, so here again, because we are considering the two types of loads here, vertical load and even lateral load. So with respect to that we have to find out the bending moment due to vertical load, that is about the major axis, and even the bending moment due to lateral load about minor axis. So what is that major axis and minor axis here? What is that major axis and minor axis? So the moment about major axis, I call it here, it is as MZZ, and the moment about minor axis, that is due to lateral load, I call it as MYY. So why it is MZZ and MYY? So let us discuss that first. What is MZZ and MYY? Okay. So here we have a I section. So generally the gantry girder will be provided the typical the I section. Okay. So I have taken up here I section. So for any section there will be three axes. There will be three axes, one X, Y and Z. So these axes will pass generally these axes will pass through the three dimensions of sections. Okay, so the X section will pass through along the length of the section. So generally the X axis, the first axis X axis pass through the length of the section. Then next we have the vertical axis, which is called as YY, and the horizontal is ZZ. Okay, so now here we are not considering with respect to X axis, okay, which is not required here, but the other two axes, that is vertical axis YY and horizontal axis ZZ, is very important. Okay, so which one will be the major axis and which one will be the minor axis, that is very important. So generally the moment of inertia about which axis is more, so that axis is called as major axis. Okay, so the moment of inertia I about which axis is more, that axis is called as major axis. Okay, the moment of inertia I about which axis is more, that axis is called as major axis. So generally for I section the moment of inertia is maximum about the horizontal axis, that is ZZ, so that's why it is called as major axis IZZ, and about the vertical axis it is minimum, so that's why it is called as minor axis. And why we have to consider the bending here about ZZ and about YY, about ZZ axis and about YY axis. So the bending will take place because of vertical load, it will be about ZZ, and because of horizontal load it will be about yy, correct. So when the vertical load is applied, over this section, it will bend about the major axis, so that is zz, okay, that is zz. And when the lateral load is applied, it will not bend vertically, it has to bend in horizontal direction, and that will be considered with respect to vertical axis, okay, correct. So we are going to calculate here the movements due to vertical load about the major axis. So first here, bending moment, BM, bending moment at major axis MZZ due to vertical loads, correct. So major axis MZZ, bending moment due to major axis MZZ, okay. So that is about major axis, the bending moment is MZZ due to vertical loads. So here the one more important thing is, I'll just write here, the bending moment is maximum in gantry girder, under a system of moving wheel loads, system of moving wheel loads occurs when the two wheel loads, are in such a position that the center of the CG of wheel load and one of the wheel load are equidistance from center of or center line of gantry girder, or center line or center of gantry girder. So this is very important. The bending moment is maximum in gantry girder under a system of moving wheel loads occurs when the two wheel load are in such a position that the CG of wheel load and one of the wheel load are equidistant from the center line of gantry girder. Okay. So please concentrate, students. This is very important here. So I'll repeat once again. The bending moment is maximum in gantry girder under a system of moving wheel loads occurs when the two wheel loads are in such a position that, this is very important now, the CG of wheel load and one of the wheel load are equidistant. The CG of wheel load and one of the wheel load are equidistant from center line of gantry girder. Okay. So now I have drawn a line diagram of the loading system, that is moving wheel load. Okay, so this is your gantry girder. The black color, what you can see, this is a gantry girder of span 7 meter. So इसका सेंटर कहाँ पे आएगा? 3.5 मीटर, 3.5 मीटर. So this is the center line. So this is the vertical, this is the center line. So this is what you can see, I have written here CL, center line. This is the center line, correct? This is the center line of gantry girder. And these two, which is in green color, these two are two wheel loads of crane girder, that is A and C. Okay, where? Yes. So this is the gantry girder of span 7 meter, and over that we have two wheel loads A and C. A from girder 1, C from girder 2, crane girder 1, crane girder 2. Okay, then after that we have the two wheel loads. The statement is here what? The CG of wheel load and one of the wheel load. अभी यहाँ पे the CG of wheel load is here. So this total distance is 3 meter. So two cranes and the distance between two cranes is 3 meter. So the CG will be the CG of wheel load. मतलब the center of wheel load will be 1.5 meter, 1.5 meter. So this is CG of wheel load. Okay, CG of wheel load. So what it is given here? When the CG of wheel load and one of the wheel load are equidistant from center line of gantry girder. So what you can see here? So this is the center line of gantry girder. So one load, the CG of one of the wheel load, sorry, the CG of wheel load and one of the wheel, CG of the wheel load and one of the wheel load. So this is the CG of the wheel load and one of the wheel load. It is equidistant from center line of gantry girder. So what you can see here? So this is total is 1.5 meter, correct? From center, one of the wheel load is from center, it is 0.75, and the one more, the CG of wheel load is again 0.75. Means both the, that is the CG of wheel load and one of the wheel load. The CG of wheel load and one of the wheel load is at a equidistance, that is 0.75, 0.75 from center line of gantry girder. So when we get maximum bending moment, when the wheel moves over the gantry girder, the wheels of cranes moves over the gantry girder, and when they come at this particular position, at this particular position means what? The CG of wheel load and one of the wheel load should be at equidistance from center line of gantry girder. So what you can see here, we have both the location are at equidistance from CG of load, that is that CG of gantry girder, center line of gantry girder. So 0.75, 0.75. Now you understood? Okay. So this is very important to remember, correct? This is very important. According to this, we have to find out the bending moment. Okay. So therefore, the maximum bending moment will be, so here now, therefore maximum bending moment at, it will be A, that is here, maximum bending moment will be at A. And what about these loads? I think we have already calculated. So I think we have got, it is 322.89. So these wheel loads we have already calculated. So this will be 322.89. This is also 322.89. Correct? Both wheel load carries a load of 322.89. So again, you have to consider here, you have to find out what is the load, what is the bending moment at A, correct? What is the maximum bending moment at A? So for that again you have to find out the reactions over these 2 points, the reactions over these 2 points. So I will just call it as here, it is E and F. This is E, F, E and F. So I'll name it as one gantry girder, that is from span E to F, E to F. Okay. So here, so again the taking moment about F, taking moment about F, that is summation of MF is equal to 0. So that's why here it is RE into 7 meter, RE into 7 minus 322.89 into this distance is 4.5, 3.5 plus 0.75, so 4.25 minus 322.89 into one load, another load, 322.89 into 3.5 minus 2.25 is equal to 0, is equal to 0. So we get RE is equal to 253.69 kilonewton, 253.69 kilonewton. So we got the reaction 253.69 kilonewton. So therefore maximum bending moment will be, therefore maximum bending moment, correct? So we have to find out the maximum bending moment A. So we got reaction RE. So RE into this distance we have to multiply. So RE is 253.69 into this distance is 2.75, correct? So we get this as M ZZ. It's not pure, I'll just name it as M. Okay, I'll just name it as M is equal to 697.64 kilonewton. So I got movement because of vertical load, that is 697.64 kilonewton. Then also so here we got the moment as 697.64 kilonewton. Then after that also the bending moment due to self weight of the gantry girder. So we have to consider the self weight of the gantry girder, the bending moment due to self weight of the gantry girder also. So this is due to self weight of the trolley, crab and the crane capacity we have considered, correct? So we have to add the self weight of the gantry girder also. Okay. So the gantry girder, assuming self weight of the gantry girder as 1.6 kilonewton per meter. So this is the standard load we have to consider, that is 1.6. If it is given in the statement of the problem, consider the self weight of the gantry girder so and so, so you consider that load. If it is not mentioned, you use load as 1.6 kilonewton per meter. So here so again the gantry girder is okay. So the self weight of the gantry girder, here we have to consider as a UDL again, okay, and that self weight is 1.6 kilonewton per meter. The self weight is 1.6 kilonewton per meter, and the span is again from here to here, it is 7 meter. So therefore the bending moment will be like the beam loaded with the uniformly distributed load UDL. So the M will be WL square by 8, so 1.6 into 7 square divided by 8 we have to consider. It will be 9.8 into 1.5 multiplying the factor of 50, we get this as 14.7 kilonewton meter. So this is the movement due to the self weight of the gantry girder. Okay, that is 9.8 into 1.5. I have multiplied here factor of safety 1.6, that is WL square by 8, we get 9.8 into multiplying the factor of safety 1.5, we get it is 14.7 kilonewton meter. So therefore I write as therefore total design bending moment, total design bending moment MZZ, total design bending moment MZZ, it will be 697.64 plus 14.7 kilonewton meter. So this will be total will be MZZ, it will be 712.39 kilonewton meter, correct? It will be 712.39 kilonewton meter. So this is the total movement with respect to the major axis. You have to consider, I'll just highlight here, 712.39 kilonewton meter. Then after that you have to find out other factors. Then after this you have to find out the shear force also. Okay, that I'll cover in the next session. Okay, thank you.